All right, so I want you to go back to the beginning of this session and think about that question I asked you about how many skills do you already have? And I'm curious if now that you know what the essential skills are, you've started making lists of what skills you already have, and you're thinking about what skills you want to work on, and you've brainstormed ways you can gain those skills. You know, are you feeling like you're at the same place you were at the beginning of the session? Do you have a lot of skills? Do you have some skills? Or do you still feel like you don't have that many skills? I'm curious because sometimes when you know what these essential skills are and you realize that you're already gaining them in school, in hobbies, in sports, maybe in a part-time job or an internship you already have, you might realize that you have more skills than you thought you had. So think about that and maybe ask yourself this question every now and then. Maybe every few months, take a look back at those lists you created and think about what new experiences you had. And every time you feel like you've nailed a new skill, add it to that list of skills you've already gained. And maybe if you think of a new opportunity that's just a little bit out of reach for you because you need to get some new skills, add those skills to the list of skills you want to work on. Okay, so where can you go for help? There are all sorts of people and places that can help you with skills. So I always like to say, ask an expert, but you'd be surprised how many people will be able to fit into the category of experts when it comes to skills. You can talk to parents, neighbors, or friends, or parents of friends. Ask them. You probably can look around you and say, oh, that person is so good at that. How did they get so good at that? You can ask them, how did you get good at public speaking? How did you get good at working with others? You're so good with other people. You can ask people questions and learn how they built their skills, and they can give you advice. A school counselor or a teacher, educators in your school are a great source of help and information on building skills. If your school has a work-based learning coordinator, sometimes they're called a multiple pathways coordinator or a flexible pathways coordinator. Those people can also give you a lot of information on building specific skills. That's what they do in helping hook students up with job shadows and internships. Youth group leaders, if you belong to a youth group or if you want to join a youth group or thinking about 4-H, things like that, youth group leaders usually have resources on building skills because it's often the point of their youth group. And also a resource you may not know about is the Vermont Department of Labor. They have career resource centers in every region of the state who have trained staff to work with youth and adults on building skills that can help them with getting jobs. So you can check them out right now. They're not taking in-person visits, but you can call them for a virtual visit. And you can also explore on your own. You can go online if you're interested in learning a specific skill, look it up, check it out, find ways to do that. And there's also a website called My Skills, myfuture.org, where you can plug in what skills you have and get examples of job opportunities that could be available to you. And you can do the reverse and look at different job opportunities and find out what skills they require. Okay, so thanks for joining us. Good luck.